Of course. Okay. Let's try this again. It's on charge. There we go. So I'm going to put this one on charge somewhere else. Are they horrible? Shoot bags. Oh, damn.
This is old. You know we've got boxes, don't you?
Yes, but they don't really work that good. I've already done that. Oh, still. Did you do both halves? Wow, they smell very strong.
God, what are you doing?
I ain't doing nothing.
No, don't ever do that again. Well, I'll just see if it happens because you're having to break something. Or something so badly. And you recover.
I do like yours.
No way that that should happen. What did you do that? Don't just not like
Okay.
embarrassing. Really embarrassing.
I'm still gonna get my stuff back now. I'll have to get the stuff. I might have to leave again. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. It'll just be a live stream that's very interrupted live stream, I suppose. Guess everybody's left now. Oh, what a shame. Everybody's gone. I just try to keep these live streams short. Okay, you can drop by for a minute. I'll try and stay on for that minute that you're doing, but I have to go in a second just for a few minutes. But I'll be back. But I'm going to stay until you leave then. Don't forget to do my live stream online. I've stopped doing it on Picato now. I started doing it on Facebook because the live streams get saved afterwards, whereas the ones on Picatos just disappear into... It's like they never existed, so I don't like the idea of that, so I've started live streaming on Facebook instead. I was thinking about Clementine today and how I'm not sure if I replied to her email or whatever because, I don't know, I didn't see one. It's silly, my emails are a bit silly. I don't like the setup on my emails at all. It doesn't really tell you, you know, if you've replied to someone, so if you forget about it and you decide to check on it, you can't tell. I suppose I'd have to just go in my sent folder. So I don't really know if I replied or not. Or anything. Huh. I don't know if I did reply. But I'm gonna check anyway because there is I did see I went to my correspondence folder, which I made, and it turns out I had a conversation that I had back in 2011, and I wasn't sure if I was the one who stopped talking or they were. Seems a shame because we're having a nice conversation. So I decided to start it up again anyway, and he replied today, you know, this morning, probably last night, and I just saw it today in the morning when I woke up. So they replied quite quickly, and they said that it was them that stopped talking first because they got busy or something. Because people do that, you know. I'll be corresponding with someone, they'll just stop talking like out of nowhere. It's usually people I like that end up doing that. Obviously the people I hate usually end up continuing. So it'd be nice if people I actually like could stick around. Like if I wanted to be friends with Ryan Casey, he would be my friend for freaking life, and I don't like him. He still messages me. I've ignored him for like a year or two, and he still messages me. I'm like, oh my god, I don't take a hit. I don't want to be your friend or anything. At the time, he wanted to be like my boyfriend and shit, and he just said recently in Messenger that he's over me or whatever. Like he's not obsessed with me anymore. That's worse actually, because now he won't freaking even behave himself, probably. I don't want to get involved again. Even as friends, I don't want to get involved with him again. I probably shouldn't do this, but I have a video of an example of how he used to be and how insolent he used to be. If you want me to upload it, I can do, so you can see what it was like. It was like such bad humor or whatever. Oh, let me try one. Is it horrible? Chronic. Is it chronic?
To me they are, yes.
Oh, I love that word. Chronic. Yellow chronic crisps. They smell lovely. They smell like those things I used to have. Oh wow, they're nice actually. But let's try the aftertaste.
Not for me.
Mmm.
They've got onion, garlic, rice flour, smoked pepper, tomato, coconut oil, grapeseed oil.
Oh, I need fucking dongles or something. They're good. I like them. Actually, I like them so much I just want to eat them all right now. I won't though. I'll just have a few. Okay, I won't be able to make Zumba. It's too late now. I'd have to be there in 10 minutes. Less than that now. By the time I made this food, it'll be like half an hour. This food takes half an hour. Heading out now. Have a nice live stream. Okay. Hope I will email anyway, whether you've emailed me or not. Because now I feel rude for not emailing you. If yours was the last one before stopping. I saw emails of the time when I used to want to become a model, and I was corresponding with photographers and shit and other people. There was this one particular email I got. It was by this weird guy who had picked up one of my business cards, my art business cards, and he asked me to model for him to do a painting. But he was hella creepy. He was, I don't know. He tried to make himself sound kind of part worldly and part sort of cultured, and like he knew, like he was wise, like one of those wise men type things. He was like part wise man / I'm worldly, I'm artistic, and like part eccentric and part freaking creepy, disgusting, no offense. He was dirty. Oh, I was disgusted. His face was... His hair... He was dirty. Oh, I was disgusted. His face was... His hair was... And I had to have lunch with him to do this sort of interview thing. My mum was there, so don't worry. Thank goodness she was there. It was okay when we were in the cafe, but he wanted me to come to his house to do the painting thing. And I'll tell you the story because it's like a whole thing. So he emailed me, had this long-winded email. It was all this weird stuff. He was talking like he was from the 1800s. You know, the way they used to speak back then in that weird way. Where everything was, the grammar was all topsy-turvy. Like, said him goodbye. I don't know, whatever. Instead of he said goodbye, it would be said him goodbye. You know, you kind of talk like that. I can't think of any examples, I'm afraid here. Oh, where art thou? No, he didn't really talk like that, but you know what I mean. He talked in this way that's just like not what normal people from this day and age speak like anyway. So it was like part modern day and part sort of even trying to sound obviously poetic and wise and sort of thing. So he did that email. So I agreed to do it because it's weird really, because he offered me like exposure or whatever, and that would be my reward for doing this painting thing, because he was going to enter this painting of me in some art exhibition contest or award thing, I don't know, some contest thing. So it would be exposure for me, but somehow obviously we settled on him paying me £20. I'm talking about something right now, you see. So I can't answer that question right now because I'm telling a story. So I already get distracted enough and don't finish what I'm saying. So I'd rather not answer questions until after I've finished my story. It won't be that long a story. But it might. You never know with me. I'll try not to make it too long so I can answer people's questions that have nothing to do with what I'm talking about, which is very rude. So somehow, it must have been over the phone, so I contacted him. He said, contact me if you're interested or whatever. So I contacted him, and of course he did this long-winded conversation thing where he's trying to sound uber smart and cultured and poetic and artistic and all this shit, where he's trying to be fake, probably, or forced. And so that's gonna be really funny about this story. He wasn't expecting what was to come next, you see. He wasn't expecting this, because yes, I thought he was so creepy. This guy seems very rapey, so but he wasn't expecting what was to come next. So I agreed. So we did the ringy uppy thing. And it's funny because I pronounced his name wrong, but he was okay with that, and he just said, yes, it is. I'll tell you the name. Tim, you might know him, I don't know. Timmy Vaughan. Now I pronounced it Timmy Vaughan because that's how it was that's how it was spelt. So I pronounced it like that. And he just went, yes, it is. And I'm like, it was Vaughan. But hey, he agreed to it apparently. He said, oh, yes, it is. I could have called him fucking Fred and he would probably say, yes, it's Fred. So, so he agreed to, after this long-winded thing, you know, of him talking, we finally agreed to meet up in his cafe that we went regularly, me and my mum. A fish and chip sort of, it was a quaint little cafe really. It was done up all nice, which, by the way, agreed to have my paintings in it, so that was good. Be on their walls. I don't think that ever actually happened, but he did agree to do it before he closed down, but then he closed down, so it never actually happened. So anyway, so we went to the cafe, and my mum was like over there somewhere talking to Gordon, the manager person, who's massively fat. And then I was at this other table nearer the window. I had to put, I wish I hadn't ordered any food really, because, well, I think I had to wait, I can't remember now, but I think I had to wait for him. I think we were there first and we had to wait, and I wished I'd ate first before he came because he put me off my food. I was having my favourite, which was a BLT with corn, bacon, and it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And I didn't enjoy it because, well, first of all, I had to talk. I don't mind talking to my mum when I'm eating, but when I have to talk to a stranger, especially when I don't freaking like, it's kind of hard to enjoy my food. That's one thing, but he was disgusting. His breath smelled. He had food as well, so he was eating and it was disgusting. Just like, I don't know. I can't remember now why exactly, but it did put me off. The smell, his breath smelled. His teeth were just gross and rotting. His mouth was gross. I think he was... Oh, I know what it was. He had stuff up his nose. That's what it was. That was what put me off, as well as the bad breath. He had stuff up his nose. And I had to eat while seeing this, and I was like, oh God, I wish I hadn't eaten now. So anyway, we ate. And I can't remember if it was the same day or a different day, but he picked me up to take him to his house so he could paint me. And he was obviously a rapey person trying to lure young girls to his house. Clearly. So he wasn't expecting that my mum was to come with us. He was probably thinking, oh, damn. But, you know, we did it. We went through with it. I went to his disgusting, stinky, smelly, yucky. I mean, I should talk. This house is disgusting, but This is different. The kitchen, I mean, the pots were like piled high, dirt on them. Oh no. Probably I shouldn't really. I could talk. I mean, this house is in the shit as well, but I'm trying my best to keep the damn thing clean. But you know, it's kind of hard when you've got an influx of stuff that you can't get rid of. Stuff that we got from, you know, Granddad when he died. So we had taken all this stuff and we've not really been able to get rid of it. We're trying. But anyway, but it was different. I don't know. It was gross anyway, and I don't know, living room was okay. We were put into the living room. Could have been a nice house as well. It's kind of like an old house, what I call a normal house, not like a modern house. That's not normal. Anyway, it was a normal house, and like everything was made of wood, not made of like glass and chrome and shit. Normal house. A normal house. This is a normal house. Anyway, so what's this? So we went to his house and then we went to the living room. And we had to wait while he did God knows what. I think he was making us drinks or something. Yeah. So we decided to look around the living room just at his books and shit. I don't know. And we saw some of his paintings in the hall and they were rubbish. They were just like amateur, very amateur looking. And then he started painting me eventually. I was wearing this dress actually, as it happens. I was wearing this dress. This dress that I've not worn in years. But I happened to be wearing this dress actually, so yeah. So it's actually quite fortuitous or whatever the word is that I'm telling the story on the day I'm wearing this dress. But it never occurred to me actually. I just saw the email yesterday and I decided to wear this dress today, but no connection. It's not like I was thinking, oh, well, I know I'll wear this dress because that's what I wore that day. I didn't even remember that. I forgot. I've just remembered now. It's just like, so yeah, so it's kind of probably subliminal, whatever, you know, back in your mind, sort of subconscious shit. I'll try and show you it better if you didn't see it before. I'm wearing these over the knee socks with it too that keep freaking rolling down, which isn't too good. They're supposed to be like thigh high, but they're more like knee high on me. Actually, this one, the left one, didn't roll down before. Yay! So I wore this the day that he was supposedly painting me. He's no freaking artist. He started to paint me, and you could see it. You could see it actually through because the thing was there, the window was over there. We were over here, and I was there posing, and he was like there. And you could see the painting through the canvas. I don't know, not reflection, you know, the thing, you could kind of see it through the thing. And it looked rubbish. My mum took a picture of it, you know. And and when it was done, I was like, oh. So obviously it wasn't it was supposed to be like a two time session thing. So we did like the first half one day, and I was supposed to be going back to his house to do the other half another day, but I can't remember what happened with that. It didn't end up happening. But anyway, he wasn't expecting that. He was probably expecting to get young girls to his house on their own, which most idiot girls would probably just do. Just go to someone's house, some random stranger's house, quite willingly, because they're stupid, and apparently people do that now. It's not like a naive thing. People just do it. I don't know. They go back to people's houses on the first date or the first meet or whatever, and I'm like, what the? How many people do that? I don't know. It's weird. So anyway, I think that's stupid. And I would never do that. I went with my mum. He wasn't expecting it, and I can't remember how much I got that day, but I think I got 15 quid or something. So I got 15 quid out of the whole experience. So he got probably nothing out of it, and I did. I got some money out of it anyway. So I was pleased, but we never went there again. My mum said, oh no, we're not doing that again. I've at least got part of the money I need. That's something. Oh, I just realised actually I need stock, don't I? My mum told me not to use that water. I'm gonna have to steal it. I know my mum's gonna be annoyed, but I'm gonna have to, aren't I? Now, do you need stock? I didn't greet Eugene. Hello. Oh, I'm glad you like the dress. Okay. I was going to offer thoughts on cats. We already discussed it, but heck, I'll say it again. I think it's mega uncanny valley with the whole CGI shit. If it was part CGI and part just them wearing costumes, it would be fine. The CGI shit is too weird. I don't like all this realistic CGI. I do not like it at all. Unless it's done right with the part this and part. Like at one time they used to just do the CGI stuff for special effects. But now they actually do it for the whole thing. And I don't like that at all. Have you seen these adverts for the Game of Thrones games and the like? They're super realistic, but it's like still computer animation. I think it looks so weird because on the one hand it looks like the real people, but then some of the movements are just so weird. I don't like all this. I like it when it has an air of animation about it, you know, an air of unrealism about it. But when it's uber realistic, I think it just looks so stupid and just horrible. I don't know. It just looks very strange to me. So no, I don't like it. If this Cats film was just, like I say, them wearing costumes and for some of the effects, like if they had to jump off a cliff to another cliff or something, and they use CGI to do that, then that's fine. But don't do it for their entire bodies. That's just terrible. I don't know why they did that. I don't know. No reason. I mean, they still looked human. You know, they still looked human just in costumes. So I don't actually know what the CGI was supposed to be for. They may as well just worn the costumes and then use special effects like most normal movies would do. Like if they're going to be flying or some shit. I don't understand why they do that. So that's my view on that. Like I say, just unless they're doing something like digitigrade legs or they're making the bodies look totally different. Like maybe they look like real cats with human faces somehow, I don't know. Then use CGI, but not when you're just going to do it to make them look exactly the same as they would look in costumes. Just humans in costumes, so. Yeah, I think that was pointless. And just, it looks horrible. I probably will watch it out of curiosity, but that's about it. I doubt I like it. There's something else I wanted to watch out of curiosity as well. Could be a film, I can't remember. Oh yeah, something called, it was a series called Gentleman Jack. That's been advertised. I think my mum told me about it. I think it's a series. And I just heard the song on YouTube. I thought that's Uncanny Valley area too. But not with CGI. It just sounds very weird situation. I suppose I like to watch weird shit and stuff that sounds like it's going to be terrible just for a laugh. I don't know. Gosh, can anybody seen that? Can anybody tell me about that? It sounds real weird. I mean, it's a girl, isn't it? A girl called Gentleman Jack. It's just like really weird. I don't know. It's weird. I'm not ready for this shit. This shit shouldn't happen. So I'm going to steal this water now. Sorry. My mum's going to yell at me. Do you think she wants me to put it in here? I'm going to do it anyway. She said don't even steal a little bit of it. Sorry, I have to. So let's not tell her. Oh, I kind of need this. I'll tell her later. I'll just go, well, you know what, I had to use that water for stock. Otherwise we can't eat. Then she'll be like, oh, you just boiled another one. Too hot to touch that thing now, I can't do it. Anyway, so what else can I say about something? Well, I had lots of things I had in mind to talk about. I know one of them was that I thought of some more ideas for the book and plots, scenes, and even comic ideas, just like short little comic things, strips of just little plot ideas happening. I'm going to work on that. Seems like a lot of work. It's a good idea, my book, you know, and my comic and animation ideas. But for the story, I think it's a good story. Like, it was very interesting and intriguing. But I'm not sure I, personally, can pull it off, you know, like do it justice as much as it needs to be done. So, I was hoping that, you know, people could help me with it, but I'm all like, well, what if he's tried to steal my idea? So I can't really trust anybody with that. So I'm gonna go get some. I think I need passata now, don't I? Have I turned that up? No, I haven't. There we go. Now remember to put herbs and spices in there. I can guarantee you I'll forget. Don't concentrate. So let's see what I is it here one parsley to the I don't think anybody's listening to my talk. Nobody's really participated for that much. Not that we should. So, this Eugene person, how smart are you? I have a question to ask of you. I can't remember what it was, but I had a question. Or anybody who's intelligent, you know. Ah, heck, who am I kidding? I have a million questions about everything in the universe. But the questions I'm asking specifically are things that people never talk about. There's never a documentary about it. There's never like information videos. Okay. Whatever, so I was wondering if anybody... Actually, my IQ is exceedingly high. I'm sure my question is not related to anything in the universe that I've done in this stream, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Totally random, you know. How? Because a few questions, so I'm just going to ask a few. Hope you don't mind. It'll overwhelm you, it'll bombard you, I'm pretty sure. It will overwhelm everybody. It's how to ask it. That's the question, really. Hang on. Let me phrase it right. How much of this do I need? But before I get into my questions, Eugene, I think it might have been someone else, said that, you know, the reason why I don't have a big bum and hips is because something happened during puberty that I didn't get a lot of estrogen or something. I'm not sure if it was Eugene. It might not have been. It might have been Sam Poole or some other fan. Some of my fans haven't been going on. Hezard. What am I doing? I want to be as intelligent as that one day. And know everything about everything. Well, important things anyway, like questions that are important to me are like how to become successful and how to avoid sort of certain pitfalls, how to avoid making mistakes that really impact your life. Like my mum has made a heck of a lot of those. And it can sabotage you, so... So question number one is how the heck do you become successful and stay successful? Like I was rich once, and now I'm not, and it's quite a shame. I sort of caught up with you. So I just crept up on you and just like stole away. Can't be avoided. I want to know the formula, the secret formula to success in this life. Like, not just like money or whatever, but you know, just anyway, social. Like, how do you make people like you? Because nobody likes me. Apart from you guys on the live stream, nobody really likes me. And, like the Zumba people, they didn't give a shit. I go to Zumba, like I get ignored, you know? The only thing I can think of is that they're all like, you know, they're just different than me. Like, they are all like women that are like a bit older. There are some young ones there, but you know, most of them are like middle-aged or in the 30s, 40s, and they're all like married, they've got kids, they've got jobs, and they're like, no one has a situation I have, but they don't even bother to try and get to know me. Like, for all they know, I do have a normal life that they could relate to, and yet they don't even bother with me, and I'm too shy to sort of say, "Haja, take notice to me, I'm interesting." I mean, how do you make people know that you're interesting and want to actually gravitate towards you and talk to you and ask you questions? How do you do that? I have no idea. I'm great at it on YouTube, but like in real life, I suck. I mean, in everyday situations, like one time, like that day when we went to Ashton, we got that parking ticket, and all those kids had a go at us in Ashton. I managed to get like I managed to get an audience and told all these people about what happened, and they were just there and they just looked at me the whole time. They didn't break eye contact. They didn't ignore me. They didn't start talking amongst each other. Like sometimes when I'm trying to talk, people start talking amongst themselves and it's like really rude. That didn't happen that day. And I'm like, wow, I've got an audience that's actually interested in what I have to say. So I kind of made the most of it and kept talking. Anyway, they seemed to be happy to listen. But I didn't drone on and on and on, you know, like some people can. I didn't drone on and on and on. I can't do this at Zumba. Because what I talk about is controversial. These people ain't going to listen to... I'm going to be like... They're going to be on me like a ton of bricks if I talked about the sort of shit that I talk about in this live stream. Because they're those progressive type, millennial type. Even though they're older, they're probably like... Oh, we're accepting of everything. Except furries and Therians and whatever you are. Because people are accepting of all sorts of things nowadays, except what I am. What I am is still the equivalent of a witch in the Dark Ages. Oh, pitchforks and torches. Well, my mum used to be the witch. Now I'm the werewolf. And we're like the outcasts of the area, you know. And gays who used to be the outcasts of society are like, that's what people are like to them. But for furries and Therians like me, it's like, still, with people. Or, for pitchforks and stones and, you know. As you can tell by the way the kids treat me. So whatever I am seems to still not be acceptable in this supposed progressive society. It's not progressed. It's no different than the Dark Ages now. It's just different. There's still certain people who are ridiculed and kept down there, like disabled people and people with mental illness and furries and Therians. They're still not accepted in this world, except amongst their own kind, having to hide like gays used to and the witches used to. So the gays are like modern royalty now. Yes, parade. Oh, good for you. Oh, you're so wonderful. Oh, let's make products for them. Oh, rainbows, here we go. Products of shampoo, here you go. Companies like, oh yes, we've got products that are just for LGBT people, you know, they just like represent them or whatever. Love is love. All this shit. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be saying that when you get a paedophile saying, well, I love this child. I love my life. Or a bestiality person saying, oh, I love this animal, I want to fuck it. That won't be acceptable. That won't be love is love when that comes around. Or incest. Oh, well, I can't help who I love. I love my brother or my father in a sexual way. That won't be accepted. Love is love, yeah, right. It's a farce. It's a fucking cult. It's only acceptable if you're this or that still. There's still segregation. What about me? I love dressing up as animals. I love my ears and my tail. Oh no. No, you can't do that. Bestiality, oh no, you can't do that. go to jail. do go comment. Talk to the people instead of in the internet. Just do what you're doing. I can't talk to people in real life unless they talk to me first. I can't just go up to people and start going, listen to me like I can in the live streams. Sorry, I'm very dry. Okay. Listen to how you could trust the others. I feel to understand, or fail to understand how you could possibly I don't know. All I know is that there has been things like, you know, why do this then? If you fear, or if you don't like standing out and being singled out, or you don't want people to ridicule you or bully you, why do you do these things? Like, why do you wear ears? Why do you wear a tail? People haven't said it to me personally, but I've heard it said to somebody else who does the same thing as me and wears tails and ears. They said, if you don't want the shit, why do you still do these things to make yourself like a victim or whatever? And I don't know about them, but I personally do it because I like doing it, and the like of doing it and the passion for doing it is stronger than what people think of me. And if they don't like it, it's like, to me, it's like, well, I'll be careful, you know. In certain situations, I won't talk about it, or I won't wear the ears or the tail. But, you know, I'm still going to do it, even if there's that risk that people might find out. And I still kind of feel the need, the urge to talk about it in public, like on social media and stuff. Just, well, it's mainly because I think, well, you know, if I do this, more people will come to me because they'll know I'm a furry or a Therian. So they'll come to me if they're furries and Therians as well. If they know I'm one. But there's kind of talk. God's sake. Did you get any? I don't know what you were saying, but I will probably, when I calm down, will probably understand what you're saying. I'm kind of excited right now. Excited. I've had caffeine. Not surprising. I don't think straight, but, you know, more chatty. I'm reconnecting. I'm gonna kill this thing. I'm gonna beat you up in a minute. Throw it in the bin. In fact, my mum said, if you can still, I don't know if you can still hear me because it's saying reconnecting, so it's being an idiot. I'll forget what I'm going to say in a minute. Oh crap, I forgot what I was going to say. Just need to be myself and speak out. Now, people are no more progressive now than they were. People are no more progressive now than they were in the frickin' medieval times. It's just different now. You know, it's just different. Like I say, there used to be certain people that were accepted back then and certain people that weren't. Like, probably killing people was acceptable back then, but it's not now. And now being gay is acceptable, but it wasn't back then. It's just different, really. It's not progressed as such. There's still a lot of things that need to move forward, but in a different way. Some of the things that they have supposedly made better have actually made things worse. And the areas where they could have improved stuff, they don't. Too bad I can't think of an example right now. Yeah, well. Like, all these people, like feminists and other leftist, progressive, liberal type people, are more focused on these little stupid things like manspreading, which is like, who gives a fuck? They're more bothered about that and how much cake someone eats, when they should really be focusing on things like world hunger and homelessness and just like things that are far freaking worse than focusing on somebody, whether someone wears a pair of ears, a pair of animal ears, or a tail. Like, why do these people give a shit what I do? I even tried saying this sort of stuff to them, like on YouTube comments when they've had a go at me for being a furry, saying that I'm a bestiality person. And I'm like, oh yeah, that too. I mean, that's a concern, isn't it? That's still I mean, I always thought that like, say, feminists were all about making it so that women were just more sort of respected. But they've just gone too far, really, and it's more about trying to end all this. And they even say stuff like, I mean, they always used to go on about being treated like a sexual object, but now they're saying it's girl power to wear next to nothing. What do you think is going to happen when you wear next to nothing, eh? What do you think's going to happen? You're going to be treated like a sexual object, but apparently that's girl power, is to be stripped naked or in skimpy clothes or hurried around. I get it, you want to wear whatever you want, but if you want to be respected, you sort of can't. You have to dress respectable if you want to be treated respectable. You don't see politician women going around next to nothing, and they're powerful. So no, it's not girl power at all, wearing next to nothing and gyrating all over the place. Hello? Clip. Oh, I can see it, yes. Right. Alright, see you in a bit then. Road. So, anyway. They do. They do. Anyway. So, if social justice warrior did actually... It's weird. I'll get to that in a minute, actually. I love how... Yeah, so that's another example. I wish women would see me as a sexual object. So men actually want to be seen as sex objects. That's kind of weird. You're just too cute to be that angry. Well, I guess I'm smarter now, and I realise that I don't like the way the world's turning out. When people like me are still being ridiculed, while certain other people are being treated like royalty that probably should not be. As mentioned before. The good news is, I could be whatever I want now. I can be a man if I want to. I can just dress like I'm dressed now and say, you know what, I'm a man, so call me a man names. Call me a he. I suppose I can do that. That's kind of cool, you know. I could say I'm... What is it? Gender fluid? I think that's it. I suppose I can say I'm gender fluid. And that's okay. And you can't argue with me. You can't say, well, you're not gender fluid because you don't fall into this category or whatever. You can't do that now. Because I could be whatever I want. In fact, I could be a wolf. My mum was saying this the other day. Is that if you can be non-gender, agender, bi-gender, alien gender, whatever, then why can't I be a fucking wolf? Why can't I be a fucking wolf? Alright then. Yeah, I'm just saying I don't understand why all this weird shit is acceptable, but what I am isn't acceptable. That's what I'm trying to say. Why wouldn't I be angry about that? I have pent-up anger because I've been ridiculed all my life for being different. And I'm like, but everybody is like revering all this different weird shit that they used to frown upon. I mean, to be agender, bigender, non-gender would have been like, oh, you're crazy, you're loopy at one time. And yeah, I'm still crazy and loopy, but that's all like, oh, yay! Boss, just tell him that you identify as well. Exactly, so I can say to these kids who seem to be well into all this shit, you know, those kids that... Because they actually have gay friends. So I can actually say to them, well, I identify as a wolf. You know, I'm in the LGBT community, I'm wolf sexual. So I can do that, you know. That's not a problem here. I love my safe space. I can join the social justice warriors. This is my faith. This is my safe space. I'm gonna join them. I'm not gonna against them. I'm gonna join them. I'm wolf sexual. I'm a furry activist. I am a what are those people called that are like, oh yeah, fat acceptance. I have fat acceptance. Why the heck am I against them? I could use them to my advantage. Wait. Sorry, I forgot. Not only do I don't just identify as a wolf, right? I identify as a wolf, mafia boss, gender fluid person. I know someone who said that they identify as, or they were thinking of identifying as a, what was it now, a Godzilla. And I say, why not? In this day and age of loopy shit, why not? So we could all be whatever we want. So I am a wolf, and anybody who says, you're not a wolf, actually that's discrimination. You're wolfist. Don't become a social justice warrior. Oh, come on. With all the stuff I've just said, I think that's more fun. I can throw it back in their face. When people say you're not this and you're not that, I can say, well, that's discrimination. You're racist and you're this, and you know, you can ism everybody like all these social justice warriors do to us. Well, I'm apparently homophobic and I'm apparently a white supremacist Nazi, so, you know, they are too. They are kind of like that too. They're discriminating against me because I'm white then. They've just assumed that I'm these things because I'm white and I'm blonde. So I'm naturally a Nazi because I'm blonde, you see, and blue-eyed. I'm Hitler, you know, because I'm blonde and blue-eyed. And, you know, you wanted a super race, so, you know, I'm a fucking Nazi. Apparently, according to those social justice warriors, I'm a Nazi and a white supremacist because I'm white and I'm blonde and I have blue eyes. Plus size woman. I'm not a woman, no. No, I'm not a woman. No. I identify as a mafia boss, male, female, girl, boy thing. Oh, I've got one more. I am a 45-year-old man as well. I'm a 45-year-old man. That's one of my personas is. I'm just going to identify as my personas. So I've got Jeremiah's my persona, my proper main persona. He's a guy. Nice. That's not a problem here. Yeah, thanks. I identify as a fat left-wing railway enthusiast metalhead. Yay, that's great. See, I don't see why we can't be ourselves. Why can't we just be what we want to be? I don't understand. You're only allowed to be what you want to be if you're a certain thing. So if, like you say, if you're LGBT and you're whatever and you want to identify as some stupid shit, that's okay. But if you want to be a wolf or whatever, or geek or whatever, that's not okay. It's just stupid. It's like, oh, what the hell? Actually, even geeks are more accepted now than anything else. My mum wouldn't agree, but all I want really is for furries and therians to be more accepted, and I want to be able to go outside wearing my tail and ears if I want to. I know people who do, you know, I know therians and furries that do that anyway. I mean, people don't have a problem with it. It's weird, really, because I get compliments on these. The tail was a bit iffy. People seem... I truly wish I was a 45-year-old man. I'm a 45-year-old man. I'll show you my 45-year-old mafia boss man side soon. Yeah, so it's great. I always feel very distinguished and splendid when I turn into that side of me. So you get to see it, but not yet because it's too hot. It's fucking hot. I can't dress like that one. Anyway, it needs to be a lot bigger because I Yeah, I identify as a big fat 45-year-old mafia boss. I don't. Anyway, because you're probably dead young, so you won't wanna. But he's dead old, Eugene. So he's probably older than 45 and wants to be 45 instead. I can't remember his age. I think he's 50 odd. I'm not sure. He might be 100. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I can't remember. Oh yeah, people are a bit iffy about the tail, but they seem to like the ears. A lot of people have complimented my ears and my dress today. With my ears every time I go out, because I wear them every time, but except around here, as you know. The only people that I like I say are just horrid because of this shit is the kids. That's all really. I don't want to speak of the devil, so I'm not, knocking on wood and all that. I know I'm not supposed to speak their name or they'll freaking come. They do. Every time you talk about them, they fucking come. But when you don't talk about them, they stay away, so. They seem to know. Oh my god, it's so weird. They know I've been in disguise before and they know it's me. It's so weird. They know when I'm talking about them. They know when I'm around, even before I'm there. It's so weird. They're the freaky ones. I had a face mask on, one of them things that goes round, it covers all here. And I had a hood up like this. Like really, like proper, so you couldn't see me properly. And I was wearing like baggy generic clothes, tracksuit sort of thing. And as soon as I appeared and they glanced my way, they knew it was me and went, "Oh, it's Wolfie," and started howling. I'm like, how did they know it was me? Like, you'd expect them to sort of be like this for a while, wondering, and then maybe they recognise the eyes eventually, but no. As soon as they looked at me, they knew it was me. It was so weird. They're the weird ones, not me. They know shit. So weird. So, they're sort of like the devils or demons or some shit disguised as humans. The best disguise of all. Human kids. Because kids can't do no wrong. Oh no. It's another one. Kids rule the world as well. So we've got LGBTs and kids rule the world now. Not adults, not straight people. I predict you, I bet you any money in the future. It'll be weird and probably to be straight. And it'll be like cool to be gay and stuff. And soon the president will be a kid. The president, the prime minister. So you got recognition and acceptance and you take it bad? What are you talking about? They don't accept me. They don't. They don't accept me. That's the thing. I don't mind if they recognise me and they like me. Like, if they were calling me Wolfie around here and they revered me and worshipped me and sort of liked me because I was different. But they don't. They swear at me, they whisper and laugh about me, they throw stuff at me, or they have done in the past. They look over the wall, they call me, I've been called Wolfie the fat slag. And God knows what they say about me behind my back, because what they say about me to my face ain't so pretty. But I have heard some rumours, and that is apparently I'm supposed to have eaten people. I'm supposed to have jumped out of people. I'm supposed to have chased people. Apparently. I'm supposed to have snatched young boys. Apparently I live in a tent and I go out and snatch young boys, apparently. God knows. Don't know when they've ever seen me do that or live in a tent or whatever, but hey. But apparently that's what I do. Apparently I'm flaky. They call me flaky and pasty and ghost. Like I'm ghost because I'm fucking pale. I'm like, so is it wrong to be pale now? So I'm pale because I'm just naturally pale. I'm fucking fair-skinned. Nice to hear and see me yelling and screaming and ranting. It's fun. I love it. Okay, sorry, didn't know that. I'm new. Oh, welcome. I will tell you all about my life because that's what I love to do. So once upon a time, I am... How much do you know about me if you're new, by the way? Before I start going on with myself. So you don't know the situation. Okay, so we've been harassed by yous for the past 14 years. They were responsible for my mum's heart attack 3 years ago. Okay? They come to my house, they harass me. They don't revere me, they don't think I'm great, they think I'm a freak, and I have a big problem with this. Because even though it's been years, they still think this about me. Even though I try my best to sort of be normal around them, you know, I don't wear the ears and tail when they're around, like when I go out in the thing. Purple pill fake tan is disgusting. Yes. So you see, I was just probably before you came, I was ranting about the fact that every other bugger else weird stuff is accepted now, but I am still crucified like a fecking witch or some shit back in the dark ages. And like kids everywhere and grown-ups accept me for who I am, and they like my uniqueness and they like my unusualness. They love my little furry ears and they think it's all cute. But the only people in this entire universe that seem to have a problem with me is these fecking kids. But they live near me. It's okay if sort of strangers that I'm not going to see that often judge me. But I live with these shits. They live down the other end of my street, and occasionally you run into them or they're like hanging around outside your fecking guy or your thing, your fence, your gate. So I have to live with these people, and that's the problem I'm having. But I don't understand them because they probably because they're millennials, so they probably accept all this liberal shit and all this other weird stuff that's now accepted now that never once used to be accepted, and yet I'm still the one that's weird to them and they don't still accept me, sort of thing. And it's not like I'm trying to get in their gang or anything or whatever, but you know, it'd be nice to go out on the street or something and not be made a big deal of in a bad way. Again, it's in a bad way. It's not in a good way. Because I've seen other people pass, they've been like hanging around in their little gangs or whatever, and I've seen other people pass them and they don't give them any shit. It's like they don't even care, they don't give a shit. But me, it's like if I'm there, they'll go, oh, it's Wolfie, laughing and pointing and God knows what. You know, it's not nice. It's not nice. And it's probably causing my mum a health problem because they used to harass us a lot. They mainly focus on me now, but back in the olden days when I was younger, they used to mainly focus on my mum. Because they thought she was a witch for some God knows what reason. So she was accused of being a witch, and apparently that was freaking creepy to them, and they obviously, you know, stupid really. But anyway, so it's her first. I didn't really get targeted, I suppose, because they still probably said stuff about me and rumours about me and stuff back then. But I was sort of more quiet back then and more shy and more, oh, how rude. In the middle of me talking and he's going to go. So I'm supposed to now stop and wait for him. I thought you wanted to know. Fucking rude. Who is this person anyway? She's a newbie. Well, while he's gone, let's talk about it behind his back and see how other people like it when we do it to them. Just kidding. It's like the Zumba people. I've been going there for, yeah, it's been a year now, hasn't it? Because I started going like last year, and I still feel like the outcast there as well. They don't really, I don't know really. They don't ridicule me or not nasty to me, but I still don't feel like I'm really included in their little conversations. I've seen the way they talk to each other. It's like, it's just hard. But yeah, someone said I should just do what I'm doing on my live stream. I can't just go ranting and raving at them. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't like it. And I don't care. This September, I'm going to go in for yoga instead and see how that crowd is. Let's see if that crowd's any friendlier, you know. I think the yoga people, I don't know what age group it is. Maybe there'll be older people. I get along more with older people, so maybe they'll be nicer. They're sort of they're like a mixture at Zumba. Yeah, older people used to love me. They used to fuss over me and make a big deal over me. Not so much now, obviously. All the old men used to ogle over me and shit. Again, not so much now. So now I'm kind of losing that fucking margin as well, that group of people. Still get along better with older people. Young people, I don't understand them. I mean, I've sort of been amongst them, heard what they talk about with each other, and I'm like, I don't really understand. Even when I was a young person myself, when I was, you know, as a kid, when I was a teenager and shit, I never really understood what they were going on about. Just talk about random shit that didn't make any sense. Still the same. Boss, you're special, very special. They're all jealous of you. Well, they could always get in with me and then I could become their glorious leader. And they could just be more like me then. Is this what it's going to be like when I become rich and famous? I want to be one of those rich and famous people that everybody wants to be around because, you know, I'm awesome. Oh, the church feel insecure. The church insignificant, and so they rebelled against that feeling of so I want to become their glorious leader instead of their boss. They want my own gang, and let's just go, well, we're too cool for you then. I want my own fucking clique. We'll be the mafia, and I'll be their boss, and I'll wear a suit. I'll be like, now what you gonna do, punk? What you gonna do? Problem is, this shit is alone in the world. That's the problem. I'm one person. They're like a gang with millions of friends, and it's like, they think it's not cool. It's not cool. Not cool at all. I should feel that way, though. What you're saying about being superior or whatever, and like they're jealous of me and whatnot. I need to really believe that, really. I should believe that because it's pathetic. Last Wednesday, they were all hanging out outside the gate. I didn't really want to go past. I didn't want to go out there. I didn't want to go past them because I knew they were going to start going on with themselves. That was actually quite pathetic. I should have just gone. Just walked out there and just been like, can I help you? Don't look at me. You're not worthy. You must pay me to look at me and stand outside my fecking gate. That's what they should do. They should start paying me to be over there. In fact, I'm going to say that next time they trespass or whatever, I'm going to say, you need to pay to be in here. So where's your money? Where's your money? Pay to be in here. This is a tourist attraction. Like the royal place. Raised. What's raised? I don't know what y'all talking about. What do you mean, you? What do you mean, you? What do you mean I'm making you hungry? This food is not very nice. I'm not looking forward to it at all. Anyway, what do you mean? Hurry up. Reply already before I get bored. Oh, look, it's pepper. Hope I haven't put too much in. What else do I put in? Okay, cumin. Oh yeah, I also wish that when I go out, I get hit on by more blokes. That would be nice. But apparently... So, Eugene is very, very wise, right? So, tell me... Because I'm the boss, right? But he's got to be my royal boss's advisor. So he's smart. So I'm gonna give him a job as my royal advisor. So with his knowledge, he's gonna make me rich, powerful, successful, and the boss of the universe, or at least the boss of this area, my area, you know, the streets. And he's also going to help me to figure out how to attract the opposite sex too, because no, I have no clue. Apart from all of this, I can't think of why these people don't approach me. It's disgusting, isn't it? Because my savings are lost. I should go check. What am I going to do now? It's all gone. I have been doing this a lot. I know doing this is supposed to help. Anyway, I'm going to have this cup of tea because I'm thirsty. I haven't drank since 2 million hours ago. So you royal advising already. As a family member in the house of Tudor, I hereby authorize you to be as snooty as hell. Hey! Is House of Tudors. Yeah, can you make me a lord too? Can you give me a title too? I want to be lord. I actually do have a title. I swear to God, I am having the title lady. I do have it. If you want proof of evidence, I've got it over there. I've got the freaking certificate to prove that I am nobility now. Do you want to see it? I've never. Okay, I think it's working now. Okay, stupid thing. What is it? You take too long to look at text and answer. I'm not the royal advisor. You are. I'm the boss. Oh no. I'm the mafia boss and king. I hate you, phone. I hate you, phone. Yell at the phone. Yell at the phone. That's my title. There you go. But I want to change it. I want to be Lord. I don't think you can change it. And I have I have a manor. There you go. I've loaded the manor there. I have to show people this to change my title on things like my credit card. Change my title on things like my credit card. I keep forgetting to do it because people think I'm Miss. But I have decided that I want my title to be boss, so yeah. But I don't have a deed for that right now. When I can get one. Oh, of course, has heraldry. Years, yes, indeed. Has heraldry. You are as a royal advisor, remember? Hey, I've got 4 thumbs ups. Yay! I wonder how many thumbs down I have for all the controversy, and all the people will probably be like, oh, you're racist and you're whatever. I'm not actually. Have I ever once said I don't like or discriminate against anybody? No, I haven't. I'm just going to pop that back in there for now. Never shown anyone that. Sad, really. Sorry, it's buffering now. You've missed everything. And I've got 0 people. Oh well. I don't care now. I'm going to sit down. I don't care what happens now. I just want to sit down. I'm thirsty. I'm going to die if I don't drink nothing. Like, my mum keeps going on about dying if she doesn't drink anything. Oh, look, it's disgusting. I've got all these things floating around. It's not buffering at all. It's probably going on with itself about what happened before. You know, when it was going on before about reconnecting. It's probably doing it now. It's probably like a delayed thing. I'll pop that back in over there. I don't know. I'll probably show it off again later. So I'll just leave it. I'm not like bragging or anything. I just want to show it because I've never shown it before. I sometimes feel. Oh. Ow. So what's in here then? It's making my bag so heavy. Yeah, I just want to sit down. I'm just going to sit down for a few minutes. There we go. It's buffering. So I suppose I've lost all my fans now because it's fecking buffering and shit. Buffering and shit. I look horrible from that position. Okay, I'm calm now. I'm not going to yell and scream anymore because I'm very thirsty and I'm all ranted out, so... It's a long... It's been like over an hour, I think, this video, so... I think so. Not sure. I know I've lost all my people. Great. Maybe I should just stop it now. Because... Obviously it's buffering or something and nobody can see me or hear me now. And I've just wasted all that wonderful stuff I just said a minute ago. Stupid buffering. Okay, see, show you my... Do you want me to show you my latest drawings just real quick before I go? I never got to ask my question after all. Oh, my question... Oh, the drawings. Okay, the drawings. Okay. So, you've seen the squirrel one that everybody thought was a fox for some god knows what reason. So, you remember that one. So, here's my latest one. Hang on. I'm just gonna do that. There he is. My raccoon boy. It's nice and blurry. There we go. It's better. Ain't he sexy? He's a raccoon mafia boss. Such a fat boy. My mum likes this picture. She didn't seem so impressed with the squirrel one. So sexy. She thought he was good looking though. Oh, nice. My favorite dude. Chris Reeves, eh? So there's my big fat sexy raccoon boy. Look at the tail. It looks so bunched. I just want to hug it. Do you know what? I'm not sure if anybody else agrees, but I love this look, you know, whereby you can just see part of the belly that's hanging over and then something blocking it. That is very sexual to me. Just like when you get a guy wearing a top that doesn't quite fit him and his belly's poking out from underneath the shirt. That's also very sexy. I kind of like this side belly thing going on as well. And you know, like when fat people are lying down on their front and you can just see that squashed belly. That's very sexy. In fact, I'm going to draw a picture of these characters whereby they're lying on their front and you can see their big butt in the air and their belly just like squashed under them. And the legs just sprawled out all over the place. That's very sexy. So I'm going to be drawing a picture. But I don't know what angle to do it at. So I'll probably just do it like this angle. This angle. Where you can kind of see the front, but you can also kind of see the side and the back. I'm going to do that. The tail, though. It looks rounded. It looks rounded. Like it's going like that. Round. chunky tail. Ah. The original picture was brown, but I thought raccoons ain't brown, are they? They're more grey. I think they're a mixture. But I decided to do mine one grey because cartoon raccoons are normally grey. Notice they changed that now, they're brown. Or cartoon ones are brown, and same with hyenas. The hyenas used to be grey like in Lion King, but for some reason they changed them in all their merchandise to be brown. Which is weird, because they're not brown. They're grey in the Lion King. But hey, I like the grey versions. So I like the grey raccoon. Look at his cute face. Look at his cute face. Look at his cute paws. And his sexy man boobs. Sexy fat neck. Oh, look at the paws. Look at the paws. Look at his sexy belly. The paws. The paws. Look at the butt. Sexy boy. And he's really nice from that angle. Come on. No, okay, then don't. Don't take a picture then.
Why is the shortest cooking taking over 2 hours?